It is the evening of the 17th of Mean Fomar on Sunday. And it has been cloudy and it's gotten colder. Colder and colder outside. Rapidly over the past couple of weeks. At nighttime, it will sometimes become freezing, and in the past couple of weeks, it's quickly plunged below freezing, and seems like it's quickly going to get to where it stays there. And tonight, the group caller is Flanagan. Flanagan, which tavern do you make your preparations at the night before?
Any thoughts, anybody?
I trust your instincts on this.
I vote tavern.
Odo's Tavern?
Bristleback, yeah.
The bristleback.
Sure. If you're the only one with a preference, let's go to Odo's and see what's going on over there. We spend a lot of time in our own place, probably during the week, so. You march over. Everybody in the town probably is used to this by now, every Sunday night.
Well, could be wrong, but I think there was one night that you were here, but I think primarily because of security concerns. There's always these shadowy meetings at the Hounds Lodge that people see where the doors are closed and they talk about things, and there's strange smells and strange noises that come from the Hounds Lodge. Unless I'm misremembering it, that's where the heroes always sort of disappear to. And so this is, to my mind, a very unusual experience for the town. In fact, and as you come in, you're greeted with cheers, and people come to their feet. They see the heroes of Caden's Rest come in the doors of the tavern, and some of the townsfolk that you see from day to day, they slap your shoulder or they greet you and they ask how you are and everything as you make it to a table. There's people sitting at a table and they clear the table out for you, and they leave just so you can have a good table to sit at. And
give each of them a silver. I'll give each of them a silver piece for that.
They refuse.
That's the other reason they clear out. They know that. Oh.
Yeah, and
they refuse. You said?
Yeah, they refuse it, and they even let's see here.
1 second, I'm gonna turn on the lights in here.
I think I have this correctly. Isabel, who is now the owner of the tavern, she comes by and she says, Flanagan, Magnus, father, Dalton and Alaric, it's good to see you all. Someone has already paid for food and drinks for you. And we'll have the table set for you with drinks and food as soon as you're ready.
Well, we must reciprocate, friends, and around for the house, please.
They okay. You're gonna pay for
everybody. I will pay for that. Yes.
So all right, it's a lot. I mean, not for you, maybe. I'm gonna say it's gonna
drinks, not for all their food. Around, as I say.
I'm gonna say that's 20 gold.
Okay.
And what? This
make
place
make it 200 silver.
Yeah, you put a gigantic bag of 200 silver coins on there and announce that. Everybody cheers. This place is packed, but it's packed with commoners and workers, loyal citizens of the peninsula, which is what I've come to start calling it. The peninsula is like the upper district. It's the place that you all have defended and improved for so long for the past 2 years. So they have a certain joie de vivre here in this part of town that you don't necessarily...
You can get shots for that.
Yeah. And you don't see any adventurers.
Okay. Flanagan is he's got this new snakeskin cloak wrapped around him, and he made sure it was big enough that he could wrap it and hold it without people seeing his hands. So he's definitely got he's not hooded or anything, but he's not up in front where someone might bump into him, and he's sort of staying in the middle of the group with his hands covered underneath the cloak, and sits down in the darkest side of the table, and it doesn't say much there. I guess I'm wondering, everybody, do we want, or is there any recruitment needs that we have right now? And what do you all want out of it? Do you want to do some like just chatting here, or do you want to get to the dungeon? Or
I feel like unless we have, I don't think we need any torchbearers. And frankly, I'm not sure the dungeons we're going into are not fit for bringing torchbearers into. They're just too actively hazardous.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any projects that we need manpower for that are outside of the context of the dungeon?
I don't know.
Well, you mentioned people are happy in this part of town. Maybe it would be good to start thinking of the parts of town that are not so happy.
True.
Right, because how we're running this place right now is kind of as a voting council, right?
That's the idea.
Yeah. Is there any word on how things are going outside of this area? Do we know, Ross?
We walked through some of it, and it didn't seem so pleasant. Where the fishing village used to be, I guess it's like a slum now or something.
Yeah. And there's like party elves, a party fairy, and the dirty.
There's back alleys, so that's not great. I guess there's always got to be back alleys. Yeah, you can't eliminate the back alley, but anyways, I don't know.
You might want to put Monarchan in tune with the local thief. There's probably going to be some sort of local thieves guild popping up.
I would like to have a word in his ear, and ask him. I mean, I feel that I have the feeling that I funded some business venture of his. Oh, probably. So I would like to ask him what's going on with the underworld in the if any, what does that business look like, and what are conditions like for people?
Hold on just a second.
No worries. I know being asked to. Hey, what's the being asked all of a sudden to extemporize the entire zeitgeist of a population is pretty difficult.
DMing. That's what I was just thinking too.
I mean, I don't.
Hey, tell us the entire vibe of the city's, socioeconomic situation.
I mean, the question is whether or not, a slum might be useful, but I don't. The population probably grown beyond Father Bloombad's ability to detect evil on every newcomer.
We are no longer a armored outpost. We are an actual people just live here now.
Yeah.
I wanted to write this down because I want to kind of do two things with this. Although I think Alaric has some information about what's going on out there, I think.
Yeah, I brought that up last session about which is why we talked about having a, and I don't have my little notebook with me, it's here somewhere.
I think I also owe you stuff for this session too.
But I did discuss it to everybody, and it was, oh, here we go. No, that's an old rumor. Yeah, that's old rumors. Okay. That's old rumors. But what I remember, there were like 3 main ones, but the one that you remember is that there's a lot of crime happening in the outer section, and I know it.
I guess the question is, what does crime mean in this context? Because I'm used to thinking of a situation where people have people have jobs and they all have steady employment, and it's a primarily cash economy. I don't think we operate at that level.
Is the labor market really that oversupplied at the moment? I mean, I feel like are there that many idle hands? I guess there might be, just from the sake of refugees, because it's not like Anne's Redoubt where people are they're eating bugs to survive. Basically, I guess we may have provided enough wealth and prosperity for this place for it to be possible for there to be idle workers or not workers.
Pretty good problem to have.
Okay, I did find
it.
So there's an awful lot of crime and robbery that's happening in the new community outside the outer wall. Okay, They basically, I'm hearing that they think that we're kind of busy with what we're doing, so there's not much that we can do on it because we're tied up on adventures and stuff.
Okay.
And that the abbess is trying her best.
Okay, I definitely need to have a word with Manok.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Another question about that. Apologies if I forget what the deal was with this, but like any kinds of like upholding the law, who does that these days?
We talked about
Is it
that.
us? What?
Yeah. So
I'm saying we talked about doing something about that. We don't have much right now.
It's the kind of governance of the city, which is becoming sort of a nascent city, is, I think, pinned. There's I can't remember her name off the top of my head without looking right now, but I'm not going to look. But it's the female cleric. She helped Odo. She sort of had the clerical skills, no pun intended, to do those sorts of things and act as a kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
Justice of the peace. Yeah.
Well, not a person that deals with laws and paperwork.
Administrator.
Minister?
I can't think of the word.
Secretary?
Cashier. No, I made that up.
I can't.
Mandarin.
Marshall.
Anyways, she's done stuff like that for a while now, and so she sort of continued to do it for you, and so you don't have to. It is not a gameplay feature for you to like do civilization and civ building and domain play and stuff. Like you don't have to worry about that. You can go on adventures, right. But you can you can make decisions though. Like you can say we want to do this or we want to do that. Well, anyways, Odo held his own barracks and had his own staff of mercenaries. So the peninsula has a full staff of mercenaries that police the place. But it's not enough to police the entire 50-mile area outside of the peninsula. So that has been a problem. I had assumed, and I think I posted this in roleplay, that either you were providing some or that it was just enough to sometimes do patrols up to the bridge and to do the roads. Right. But there are not, for example, mercenary outposts and, so there are sections of this that are subject to crime. But what's interesting, I think I posted this as well, and so let's move into the conversation with Monacan. So you asked Monacan, you do this with everybody? I mean, Monacan is...
No.
You can. I just want to emphasize that Monacan is not some kind of like, I don't want to tell everybody else. Like, this belongs to all of you. You know.
Chris, Flanagan has some thoughts on that, the law, like what we should be doing out there too. So you could talk to Monacan, and then maybe there's a different conversation that happens with the rest of us too.
Sure.
You can Flanagan. The guy's got spider hands.
I want to be clear. Like, you can have a secret conversation. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying that Monacan is not some sort of...
I don't want to endanger the conscience of any of my lawful compatriots.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
So, I mean, I guess I don't know. I guess
you know what, Chris, maybe it's better for us to talk first, because you might find that Flanagan's conscious is like, I think Flanagan's kind of riding a line too, right?
Well, here's the deal: is I'm gonna, Father Heretic, Father Bloombat. Father Bloombat, you're a pragmatic sort.
What do you want to know?
Whether or not he would have to close his ears, or it wouldn't matter if.
Yeah, I prefer anything like any crime and stuff you'd talk to away from it.
Yeah.
I can't make the stuff in Answered Out because it's a way station to go fight evil at.
Yeah. So so we'll just, I'll take aside Flanagan and basically, I mean, we'll anyway. Let's not worry too much about it. But the point is, I make appropriate precautions to,
sure.
and
he can reach out to you if you don't want to do it in public, he could just reach out to you, and you'll gather this information for the next time.
Yeah. So go ahead.
so-
Go ahead though. You were
Okay, so
yeah.
Flanagan, what's your thoughts?
Well, I just so I don't know. Even I'm not sure who's listening to this, but Flanagan want to share it with anybody. Maybe it's away from Father Bloombad, but I didn't want to exclude you either, Heretic. But
Quiet
he would
corner
say,
in
like,
the
look,
trap.
everybody, it's been on my mind. Like Flanagan's been pretty dark and quiet for a while since this fly situation's happened. It's been on my mind that I'm not the kind of person who likes to hide things like this. And I know that the Hounds of the Pine have started with a certain kind of ethic that I want to maintain, but I don't want to walk around hiding what I am. I've been thinking about speaking to the members of the Hound, to the mercenaries, and just showing them what I am and telling them what happens and saying, this is we're not warriors of light. We're fighting, but we're not. Look at your captain here, and just acknowledge this is what happens. I mean, some people might run, but I don't want to be sitting here hiding and having people lurking around in the dark either.
I think that's
I just want to
a healthy
put that
approach,
forward
my
to
brother.
everybody. We might have a different people might come to us and be fighting alongside us, but at least they know what the hell might happen to them and who we are.
I must disagree.
I agree with him.
Yeah, it's why.
Well,
Well, what do you want me to do, Magnus? You want me to hide all the rest of my life with this hanging off the end of my hands?
Think of what we went through. Think of those 3 poor bowmen who survived. I think of what motivates the people who come with us. It's stories like Father Caden's, not stories like yours. Let's be real. Let's be realistic here. Nobody wants
comparable
to.
steroids.
They'll see the hands at some point, and then it's a big deal. The cover-up is always worse. You know who you lose in the beginning. Versus
Well-
you betray the trust of... First, you're going to lose the people who don't want to see the freaky hands. Then you're going to lose the people that we betrayed their trust, and then these others might stay.
They're already
we
wondering.
might. Yeah.
They're already wondering. They're already talking. You know they got to be.
Listen, here is my
What you
advice.
do is your business. I've given my thoughts. You're right. It's impossible to keep a secret when this many people are involved. But
Let's be honest. I'm no Caden. I'm not that person.
okay, well,
I'm not going to endeavor to follow in his footsteps.
I won't stop you. I simply makes me nervous. We
Well, it makes you nervous. You don't have this shit hanging off the end of your hands. or
Yeah,
your
well,
arm.
Give him time. Give
Here-
him time. He'll come up with some remarkable mutation, I'm certain.
Give him time. I like that attitude.
yes, time.
Especially if he was in DCC. Boy, would he have that stuff going on.
Well,
So-
I appreciate your giving me permission to have the discussion. I'm nervous about it myself, but I think it has to happen.
I mean, yes. If we are to do it, we should go whole hog, as they say, as the peasants say.
The more I have your support, I think the better it would come off, and we
I
have to be
won't-
ready for people to walk out too. I suppose.
I won't. I'll put it this way: I will do everything to support you if you make that choice.
Well, thank you, Magnus. I appreciate that.
Meanwhile, Monacan.
Okay. Yes. Malkin's like, what's going on, boss?
How much of a handle do you have on the criminal situation in our outskirts here?
About a 500 gold piece handle.
Oh,
Now, if I remember, I gave you a bag of 1,000 gold pieces not too long ago.
it's handle for each hand.
What can that? What does a 1,500 gold piece handle look like?
Look, don't worry, boss. Listen. Things, I think, around here are going to change. The other part of the island of Albion, there's a road leading in. There are all these other interests until now, till recently, it's been your friends. He points over at the Hounds. They've been the only show in town. But when they opened the doors to everyone and invited everyone in, that changed overnight. So, I've traveled the island. Before I ended up in the forest, there are smugglers, pirates. They can, on the west coast, they sail to some strange island. They get all sorts of odd objects, bizarre wares. Thought it might interest you. You know, you had a little faith in me. I was hoping to make it a gift.
Oh, I have all the faith in the world. All the faith it's possible to have in another man I have in you, my friend. And I'm not just blowing smoke. But that's why I ask, but that's a tangent from my original question, is it not?
Yes.
I want to make sure that we try to get a handle, as much of one as we can, for the betterment of the lives of the people who actually have to live here. We don't want a reputation to be one. Well, anyway.
I see what you mean.
I guess what I'm saying is order is what is necessary. Order. And so I feel like the less competition that there is in those outskirts, the more orderly things will be. Would you agree?
Well, not sure how to do that, boss. I think that might be out of all of our hands now. There are...
You couldn't point me to some of your competition, for example?
Yes. Yeah, I'll, in fact, out of character, do you have... What are your spells? You have invisible?
So many.
You don't have...
I don't have invisibility. No.
Okay.
Oh, the moment of shame.
You just have, as far as utility spells, you have fly. You don't have, like...
I have levitate.
Yeah, you have levitate. You don't have magic mouth or wizard lock or...
I have wizard lock.
You do have wizard lock. Okay.
Okay, so fly, pyrotechnics, web, wizard lock, levitate, darkness, 15-foot radius, and then all the first level spells.
Let me think about it and get back with you.
Okay. So just out of character, so it's real clear, what I'm trying to do is just the classic shield type scenario where you just make a deal with make a deal with my guy and have it be have the agreement be keep the order and keep the violence towards the citizenry low.
That's the important thing.
Right.
And then just not
It's
the
interesting.
less said, the better.
Like before the city limits expanded, that whole area was like, that's what the Hounds of the Pine did, right? Like we were mercenaries that would range the wilderness, that area, to keep it clear. And it kind of seems like right now that we don't have a lot of mercenaries, and so we've kind of let that go. I think Flanagan's thinking about that too, right? Like that was kind of our domain, or whatever you call our area of responsibility or something like that we've let go.
I'm willing to charm people. I'm willing to do, we can use this as a method of buffing out the ranks too, by the way. There's such a thing as press gangs,
I should also note like a couple things here. One is to clarify, using your mercenaries as patrols in the local area that's been cleared of monsters, I do not consider adventuring mercenaries. unless they have unless it's a time of war, it talks about that. But the other thing is this is adventure content, so like you can tell me, you know, hey, we want to go out into the slums and ask around and see who's in charge and you know.
I guess that's what I'm doing is asking Monacan for a point on the map for us to go to and check out.
So let me. Why don't we do this? I know this is kind of slow in terms of the response to this, but I think it's also realistic. So like at the end of the adventure tonight, we'll do the same thing we do. The next person is going to be you, actually. So maybe you want to switch with Father Bloombad, hypothetically, and maybe do the chaos smiting one more time next session, because after this session, I will post everything that Monacan will reveal to you. Like I'll post it in roleplay. And my purpose in doing that is I want to be really detailed and give you lots of things to pull on. And then you can take your time. You don't have to be in a rush, and you can digest it. And then hypothetically here 2 weeks from now, you can be like, all right, I'm the caller and it's time to do some city intrigue. And these are my goals. And you could have a plan in place for how you want to approach it.
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay, is that okay with you, Heretic?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to
Wait,
swap.
so I did it last week. You're saying...
You did last week?
I did.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
I have Monacan down here. This is where I'm screwing this up.
Monacan's not in the rotation.
Yeah. No.
Okay. So the fun thing is it would actually be Dalton, and he's a pretty increasingly unscrupulous guy too. So that's fun. So
what I was just gonna say is that this is just a compliment on how much Monacan has come to life, as it were.
It's true.
Right.
That we actually put him in on the list by accident.
yeah.
Dalton is tremendously scrupulous. He's just unbelievably weird.
Yeah.
Important distinction.
Yeah.
Another piece about that I think is cool, that I'd like to bring into this. We don't have to keep doing it in character, but like unless anybody disagrees with this, that like the Hounds of the Pine, to think of them, we don't need them as a ranging mercenary company out in the wilderness anymore. Like that they might become like whatever that is. Like maybe they are press gangs or something. Like they're the we don't another faction or whatever you want to call it. That's a attempting to be keepers of the peace in those areas out there. So sort of like
keep the scope the
reimagining.
same, because that was what they did before. And
It's the same exact area. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the same exact area.
They would just move.
Now
You just
they're
move
like-
from being patrols to being police.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about that too is like, we don't have to have this conversation. Like I was saying, I want to talk to the Hounds, but that can be part of the conversation too. Like who we are is different. If you don't like it, it's changed. And also this is what we do. Like we keep the peace out there, but shit's a little darker than it was before. Like I'm no priest of light leading you here. We just gotta, and just see what happens is that, what the Hounds become as the keepers of the peace out there, or attempting to be keepers of the peace, can be really interesting.
Our job is getting both easier and much weirder.
Yeah. I forgot, there's something else I was going to say too about that. Okay, well, cool. Now, is there anybody else that you all would want to talk to or anything you want to accomplish in town? I suppose we're running a bit late. If you all wanted to.
Honestly, yeah, I'm okay with moving forwards towards the dungeon at this point.
I know what I was going to say.
pressing-
The very obvious thing, maybe I'm stating the obvious here, but adventurers don't come here anymore. I think you all have something close to 100% casualty rate. So like no one is doing that now.
I'm not sure to what degree that's our fault, but you're correct.
True, but yeah.
Has that other group disappeared? The Rusty Knives or whatever?
They did disappear. No one has seen them.
Nobody's seen them, but there's no question in my mind what happened to them.
They pushed it too far.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can find their bodies and bring them back.
And loot.
So,
yeah, sure.
And yes, we can loot them, but mostly we can bring them back to, rest in a consecrated graveyard.
So how about we continue this like in the in-town conversation? I don't have to do the talk with the hounds this time, and we get to get out there and finish off this level.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you really want to do the talk with the hounds, I'm okay with that though, because
I don't need to. No, I'd rather
Okay.
get on. I think it's cool just to like let it can percolate and happen another time.
I need some pink mushroom spores.
Exactly. So I put up in the I put up the map in Otherworld Adventures and put up as usual like a colored crayon the things identifying what's on this level, and one of them is your shrooms, Magnus.
Yes.
Yes, I saw that. Much appreciated.
Cool. So do you want to do the same thing as we did last time with 3 mercenaries going out on horseback and watching them? I think that's what we did last time, right? We had 3.
Yeah.
I think so.
Simple. Okay. All right, let's do that then.
The erstwhile 3.
And I guess last time we went around the south end and checked out the fish camp. Why don't we go around the road that we used to take and see if there's any differences out that way?
Makes
You okay
sense.
with that?
Horses travel really fast on roads, anyways,
Mhm.
Cool. I'm still here. Just give me a sec.
so
Aye,
they
aye.
can go really far. But actually, I kind of messed this up. You make it. I wish I could cancel that, but I don't know how. So, yeah, big loop. Let's see here. You make it to this delta
All right.
on the road,
Actually logged into Roll20.
and it's early morning, so you actually see and hear traffic along the road. Never mind your guards. You see that somebody else has set up guards on the bridge at the delta,
Mm.
and they're collecting a tax.
Who are these people collecting the tax?
You just see people like in leather armor, and they've got pole arms, and they're collecting a tax as people come by. And you don't
How
know who they
many?
are.
How many of them are there?
Approximately how many? Yeah.
Just two of them.
Okay. Well, let's ride up unless you guys disagree. Let's just go in with force. We've got 7 of us or 8 of us.
Oh,
Right.
let's,
Yeah, we
let's
must
go in with
see.
good faith and find out what they want a toll for and what this toll is used for and under whose authority. For all we know, this is all very legit. And
Yeah, it
if
could
it's
be.
not legit, we might raise our objections.
We can always beat them up later. That is the
Yeah.
main thing.
Yeah.
Like they live here. We also live here. We can resolve this at a later time.
Yeah.
But
We'll
yes,
see,
let's
yeah.
ride up.
Yeah. Flanagan's in the
Yeah,
Flanagan
culture
is
screw.
okay being in the front this time. This is like he's kind of pissed off, potentially, and so
Because
he's
if this is extortion, we're mad.
so
We're
yeah,
assuming it's extortion. We don't know.
he's holding his cloak close, but he's out in front with whoever wants to be out in front, and just nods. So what's this? What's
I'm in
this
front
about?
with Flanagan.
Sure.
Oh, good morning to you. Are you looking to cross the bridge?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
And to be clear, that isn't the direction you're going. You're going.
Oh,
to
it's
the
not?
south.
Never
Yeah,
mind then.
The bridge is west.
Sure. Yeah, we're looking to cross the bridge.
But you can just cross, come back. He's like, all right, that's 5 copper pieces, please, per head.
All right. And who's? Go ahead, Dan.
I know. I'm saying I look at Flanagan. Oh, these guys are workers on the bridge or something.
Well, let's just find out. And he starts reaching into his purse. So, are you? Who are you charging the toll on behalf of?
Oh, and he looks over to his friend, and they look back kind of confused, and they say, well,
It's a shakedown.
you don't work for, who do you work for? You don't work for Fanghand?
Oh, who's that?
Fanghand, you don't work for him? Who do you work for?
No, we don't work for Fanghand. Is he the?
We don't want any trouble, mister. They both back away from you, and they see you have all these weapons and horses and stuff.
I asked Monacan if he knows who Fang Hen is.
Monacan nods. He's like, one of the merchant lords that came in, helped build this bridge.
Oh,
Oh, I
Okay.
see. Okay, well then we'll have a word with him at a later time, I think.
yes. I think
If that's
that
okay, and that's a
requires more investigation if he built the bridge.
Yeah, it sounds like that provides him some legitimacy to levy a toll.
But also, if he's like trying to establish an independent power base in what I'm going to call our town,
Yeah.
we need to probably know about.
Sure. And you know, I'm all for him if he's maintaining a bridge a certain amount, but the amount has to be commensurate with the people's ability to pay and whatever. That's fine.
See, Ross, you say you don't want to do the domain thing, but you're like throwing it at us hardcore tonight.
No, I suppose what is domain play, right? Like, and to me, I think the game naturally lends itself to becoming a true war game. And I don't want to play a war game, but where the 1E DMG says that, like, oh, you've cleared out the monsters, what happens now? Oh, now you have people. That's cool. Like, yeah, you can do that. Yeah. You can start doing stuff in town and things.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll just.
So, I imagine that Flanagan is like, you guys are having this discussion or whatever. Flanagan's is off his horse and stalking towards these people.
Whoa, like easy, mister. They're afraid.
Right. And I'm totally okay with you calling him back, but he's like not cool with this. I imagine then.
Flanagan. Yes, I'll call out.
He spins around.
A moment, just a word, if you would, just a word, a brief word in your ear, my friend.
He stalks back to the horses, looking up at you. Dark spear's already in his hand.
Oh, listen, if these poor sods were just hired by this merchant fellow to collect a meager tax on a bridge that apparently he built. I don't remember building it. So I think it's best if we just wait and perhaps go and have a word with this gentleman. Bang ahead, apparently.
I agree, but we're all clear on whose town this is and who has control about this, right?
Yes,
We're not looking for control, but if we've got people coming in here charging things, we got to make sure people are clear on who's running the law and such things.
That means they need to give. Yes, in other words, we need to be clear on who the cut goes to.
Mm-hmm.
And to be clear on that, we need to talk to the man who hired these poor sods and not these guys. They're just making an honest living at 5 copper a head.
You're right. Jump back on the horse. Just shake my head and say, "Oh, we got work to do out here, don't we?"
Indeed, if this man has the ability to assemble spears and men to hold them, then it may be good to have his cooperation.
At the same time, I'm thinking about the Hounds and what we used to do, and it seems like there's a different purpose for us now.
Yes. Well, yes. I'm assuming we're talking as we move on, right?
Yeah.
It becomes a little more wild as you go further out. Now you still see in the distance, miles away, you can see evidence of human activity. This is interesting. You should have way better visibility. So I apologize. You can see for 7 miles. I don't know why I had that at 1 mile. You can see for a good long way. So you can see people. So for example, there is a lumber colony here. There are even houses like that people have built, wood and log houses, and they're trafficking stuff to and fro. But you don't see as much stuff this way. So you make it out here to this field where there's this old hoary forest with the sucker-like tree roots and the weird trees at the tree line. And you see in the field here something. You see something. Let's see here. You see in the field
another treasure chest.
What the hell? What do you think, everybody?
This one's not in the same place.
Yeah, I get that. Now that's really bizarre. I mean, it sounds like this is something we can't ignore now.
I feel like at this point it would be unsporting to ignore it.
Well,
listen.
Yeah.
Listen. Have I not heard the ancient rhyme of wisdom?
What's that ancient rhyme?
3rd time's the charm. Let us bypass it for today. If it's truly important, it will come in 3.
But this is on a well-traveled road. There could be other people running across this.
Yes, there could.
Someone needs it more. Someone might need it more.
Well, I'm not talking about need. I'm talking about what if it's bad.
My friend, if you're volunteering to run and open it right now, I shall not stop you.
I just worry you're going to find yourself in another place and running along hedge mazes.
And then we'll have to go after you and...
Oh, I didn't think of that. I was thinking more like some kind of trapped thing or a creature that's giving an illusion to lure people in to attack them, and then we'd know it and we'd kill it. You're talking about that fairy stuff? Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
How do you feel about that, Heretic? Are you cool with passing it on?
Yeah. If I feel like it's targeting us, so third time's a charm sounds good to me.
Okay.
All right, using the road, the day is mostly clear except for overcast skies. It's about 40 degrees Fahrenheit out. I would imagine you are wearing cloaks, your big snake cloaks and stuff at this point. And you make it to the tree line with a couple of hours left sunlight. And then you have the 3 young mercenaries watch your horses and track up to the mouth of doom. Okay. You do that, and you see the familiar gaping maw, the dark hole leading down into the earth again.
Next time I'm thinking maybe we're gonna lead them. I like being a place we found, but I think we might want to start leading them elsewhere just in case we're starting to get predictable. We may have enemies soon.
Right.
In this case, I'm willing to. I mean, you all have given me the same route from the mouth of doom into various places on the first level, like 40 times. So I'm okay with skipping that if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll matter again when we get to like you're on the 5th level, and you have to try to navigate me like the 5th level down. That'd be crazy, but so far you're only 1 level down, so I'm okay with skipping if that's okay.
Cool. So everybody, if you look at the Otherworld Adventures, the map, any preferences on order? I kind of feel like we should get this thing for Magnus right away if we're going down the same ladder.
Yeah, you never know if we might get attacked and run out like little girls.
Right. And Ross, what was the name of the merchant lord?
Fangon. It's Fionnghan.
Fion.
GH.
Okay, so it's a Gaelic.
Okay. Okay, cool, thanks. All right, so why don't we start with if we're going down again, everybody, if you disagree or there's something else, please speak up, but we'll go down the same illusion well, the ladder we went down last time, and then straight north to the room where the mushrooms are. There's a circle outside the door, second door up.
Okay. Give me a second here.
Does anybody feel like we need any sort of any marching order? We're just
I assume there was like a classic one. Should we reestablish what that is?
I suppose we should just make sure that Magnus is in the middle, right? Like, we don't want you to get hit and killed.
Yeah. I think Ross he uses my token for a light source, but I think we can assume that we're being careful about formation.
Because that's the one thing we just want to be clear on, Ross, is that Magnus is in the middle, and not in the back or the front.
Okay. Let's see here.
I'll be in the front. I believe Flanagan said he was in the front, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's usually the way we go.
Yep.
All right. So, who opens the door?
I'll open the door, but before I open the door, what's going to be our motif here? Are we going to go in, break left and right, and start shooting the things, or are we going to go up and melee them? What are we going to do?
Well, are these things even going to do? I mean, they might be poisonous. Maybe we want to put something in front of our mouths in case they spit spores at us or something?
Can we make a couple of flaming arrows? Perhaps that would be a good way to deal with them.
I thought of that. I have no oil or rags.
I think I have some spare. One moment.
Yeah, I've got some oil.
I feel like oil and rags could work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the oil.
I have some oil too.
I actually don't. I only have torches.
I have a sack in my backpack that I'll cut up, and if anybody wants to wrap it around their mouth, just in case we are breathing in poisonous spores or something.
Okay, so everybody's trying to cover their face, and you're gonna douse some arrow tips with oil with some rags.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
How many can we make with flask per flask?
I feel like maybe a lot. Like I'm gonna say 10 arrows.
Okay, so I will donate a flask to that effort.
Okay.
Do you have a lot of flasks? I didn't realize I do have 4 flasks.
I came in with 10.
Oh, okay, then go ahead, donate.
Yeah, I'm perfectly willing to be Daddy Warbucks.
I misread the 0. The 0 is the weight attached to it, not the quantity. Okay.
Let's see here. All right, who opens the door?
I think Alaric was going to, and I'll stand beside him.
Okay.
And Manakan has a flaming arrow knocked, ready to go.
Fool that I am simply ready to stab.
And immediately they start just screeching.
Okay.
And right away, just a ton of noise, and it just starts just like tearing your eardrums apart. It's really painful. I think everybody. Whoops. Let's see.
See, that's what I was. I was. It doesn't help because I didn't say it, but I was thinking to myself, do I have to put something in my ears? Are these loud? Because we always shut the door.
Any spells?
No, we covered our mouths, but not our ears.
That would have been smart.
No spells this time?
No.
No spells. All right.
No.
Missiles. If you're firing missiles, go for it now. Your target is 12.
Okay, I'll fire a flaming arrows for sure.
Slingshot. Whiff.
Okay. 1 plus 12,
Yeah, 20.
All right, Manakan hits once.
I missed almost, just barely missed with the.
Or
Oh yeah.
6 plus whatever the fire does.
6, eh? All right.
And Flanagan does 2.
2, okay.
I whiff, and I'm down to 32 arrows. So 33 arrows.
All right. I think you have Rolo as well.
Oh right, Rolo. I have his sheet here, and Rolo has a bow now, which I equipped him with, and there it is.
Are we in dart range?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Rolo inherits from me. This sucks.
Okay.
Oh my God, Rolo rolled exactly as me in the same order.
I'll throw 3 darts. Why not?
All right.
Oh my God.
You should do well, Dan.
Inconceivable.
Ooh, good rolls.
So.
All right, so I hit twice.
Yeah.
For 4 damage.
Oh, do you have a negative? Oh, right, because you're.
Well, it's D3, right? The darts.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. None of this is enough to kill these things. Chunks of it are flying off and everything.
What about the fire?
The fires, they don't have an effect.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, now we know.
Yeah. And they're going to take their turn, and they start shuffling away in a weird alien way, they're like the bottoms that should be in the ground start to shuffle away like legs slowly off into the dark corners of the room. Meanwhile, everybody takes a point of damage. And we're going to check for monsters again. No monsters. That's good.
Yeah, they're going to track bad guys.
And
all right.
Roll a d6.
Do we get a movement? Did we?
Oh yeah,
oh,
yeah.
we
You
didn't,
can if you
like
if you haven't
movement and melee or whatever.
if you have not fired a missile weapon, you can move, of course. I don't know that anybody can move that far, but you can move if you haven't fired a missile weapon. But anyways, all right, you got a 1, so they're able to act first.
Are you going in, Dalton, on that previous round or no?
I I cannot move in because I fired a sling.
And then you hear them. I'm gonna just turn that off, but it keeps going. And all right, so nobody's able to move. They move. Everybody takes another point of damage. So you know what's going on.
Can we block? I mean, instead of this is their turn, right? Let's move. We're in the movement phase.
Mm-hmm. And this
Right,
happens automatically anyway. These two things. So.
Okay, so what I was going to ask is, if I jam my ears with my sleeves, does it change anything, or is it just doesn't matter?
You could do that. You could hold your ears. Yeah. I'll make you.
I mean, I don't have a lot of hit points.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'll make you a deal. If you spend a round finding something to oil something up and jam your ears, you can do that. If you just hold your ears, then you can't do anything else. You can't use a dart or a spell.
That's what I'm doing is I'm spending that time. So
yeah. And then now it's your all's turn. What do you do?
Well,
I think.
Go ahead.
Oh, poor dogs. Yeah, real bad.
Yeah, I think I can't. I don't know if you want to roll low or high on morale for 2d6.
Low. Yeah, you want to roll low. So that's bad for the dog. Yeah.
Okay. So dog scoots. Dog does not contribute to this fight.
Okay.
Ripley is bail.
Yeah. Let's. I mean, we should probably get rid of these things quick.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think let's just get in and do as much damage as quickly as we can. If you have to hold your ears, that's great, but make sure that Magnus isn't left out alone there, because this might attract things coming down the hall.
Oh, there's other people out here with bows, I think.
Right. Okay. Well, I think Flanagan's going to run in, at least step in, because I can't even see what's in the room right now. So, is it possible to? I think shooting arrows actually is the best way to go for this. But so, is it our turn now?
Yeah, you can move.
Okay. Is it possible to step in enough to see them and fire, or can I not?
Yeah, let me move. Oh, Dalton. Yeah, Dalton with his powerful spear. I'm gonna just move. Now I know that. So I'm just gonna move you in here, just so you know. But I know you're not in there.
Right.
And when you, the first thing, you don't see them when you look around, but you hear them. They've shimmied up into the dark recesses of the concave ceiling above, about 20 feet above you.
Oh, that's annoying. I love it.
Are there just two of them? Like, do we
There are
even
two
see?
of them.
Like, is this a big fungus-covered area, or is there just like?
So it's not fungus covered. It's not like there's just mushrooms everywhere. But what there are spores just floating in the air with violet colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we're in now. So I guess we'll see what happens. If we can't see them, Dalton, it's not possible for you to move in further, is it?
You can see them. They're just 20 feet up above on the ceiling. They're all.
That's as far as I can move in my turn with my current load, I'm afraid. 30 feet.
So is it possible for us to fire on them with our arrows then?
Anyone.
20 feet.
Yeah, anyone who didn't move can fire a missile weapon.
Well, I guess I stepped in the doorway, so I don't know if I'm allowed to or not.
Okay, can they be seen from the hall? No.
No,
Okay,
Okay.
then. I
because
guess
you got a
technically
door
we can't
frame,
fire.
and then you have a concave ceiling.
Cool. I guess that's our turn then, because we just had to get in the room to see them, right?
Yeah, but anybody
not
else
my
can
turn.
move if anybody wants to move.
I don't want to move. I'm going to try to take rags and stuff like that and tell Rollo that he should get out of the range if he can. Get out, start going until you don't hear anything. And I'm going to start stuffing some like wet, put water and put them in my ears.
You're gonna send
try to-
Rolo off in the dark by himself down the hallway?
Yes. If he wants to. If he doesn't, that's fine by me. I'm just saying he's going to be dead in another round or two, no matter what. If he stays there.
Yeah, you see Rolo blood is coming out of his ears and he's shaking. He's like like that.
Cover your ears and get out of the range. And then somebody toss him a torch. Actually, he probably has a torch. So yeah, light a torch. Go.
All right, he'll
I don't
take
think
his.
he needs to get out of range. I think Ross said if you're plugging your ears, you're okay, but you can't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, bring him over to my pack and help him. I'll just like do what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's good. You do that.
All right, so he uses. They use their turns to plug their ears. Got it.
Yep, that's
All right.
what I'm doing.
All right, roll another d6, please. Flanagan. To beat or exceed 3. Oh no. All right,
Amazing.
everybody takes a point of damage. How's Rolo doing?
Well, if Rolo doesn't, the ear thing didn't help him, then he's going to be dead soon. But that's okay with me.
Oh, he's
Okay,
got
so
7 or 5 hit points.
plugging the ears didn't work then.
He's down to 4 points
Oh,
now.
I see it. Yeah.
So plugging the ears didn't work, Ross?
No, I'm sorry. It did work. You're right.
Oh, okay. Then he's at 5 still.
Yeah.
All right.
But that Magnus, you can now move around, but you can't hear anything. Rolo, meanwhile, is completely focused on his ears, so that's what he's doing.
Yeah, he's freaked out.
Then they're also gonna see if they can summon any monsters. They don't. Okay.
Yeah,
These rolls have been real lucky. All right.
Let's kill these things.
Yeah.
And now it's
Monsters don't want to be any closer to this than we do.
It's a passive ability, so they just shimmy on the ceiling to the far end of the wall as best they can. I think they might be out of sling range.
Well, Monacan hits 1 for 4.
So we can fire now?
Yeah, you can fire. Yes.
Okay, now I'm angry.
Okay.
I'm very tired of this nonsense. Perish!
All right, you kill one of them.
I do a total of 7 damage.
Sloughs to the ground, and then
I hit for 4 damage on one.
it just shatters like a pumpkin.
I hit for 5 damage on
fungus.
the other. Oh, the first one?
Okay.
Did he have more than 4 hit points? The second one?
Oh yeah.
Okay, then I hit him for another 5, 9 altogether.
Okay, 9 altogether, and then Jay, what did you get?
I got 7 total.
7, so 16. Okay, it is not
And it looks
dead.
like Dalton did damage, and so did Monacan.
Down to 31 now.
Well, Monacan contributed to the first one's death.
All right. Let's see. Roll a d6 again.
Here I go.
Yikes. All right.
Yes.
Anyone still fighting? Except Magnus, take another point of damage, and let's see what happens with. All of the noise has summoned something from the walls, which bursts forth from the walls angrily. They are not happy with this.
Dan, you can't move in.
No, I realized I moved in. I forgot to move in, so I'm not going to attack this round.
Okay. Oh, you didn't attack that round?
I did attack. I didn't realize that I hadn't moved in, so I got to hold my attacks for this round and reverse the other attack. I had to have moved in to attack. I forgot to do that.
Right.
These big beasts burst forth out of the walls.
Oh, God.
These guys again.
Oh, cool. My sheet is. Oh, I don't have to do it that way. That makes much more sense. Okay.
And they're screeching right along with these things. They're angry now. All right.
Everybody's screaming together.
Yeah, everybody's screaming.
Okay.
And that's their turn, so I'll have these things go at
fire
the end. Actually,
this
they'll go
time
next.
and hit him, but I'm not rolling because that was last turn by accident. I forgot I didn't move. I'm not allowed. I didn't see them from outside. You said so. I had to go in to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's missile time then?
Yeah, you can fire missiles, yeah.
Skipping my turn because I was, like I said, reversing them.
Okay, so I guess
I'm
I'm
going
gonna.
for the
And
other
we didn't have a
shrieker
chance to
first.
do this, so if anybody wants to cast a spell, you can declare that, of course.
Wait, so these guys just burst forth
From the stone,
before
from the walls.
before the turn started, or
After the turn.
During it, but they're not going to get to act until the next round.
okay? Well, in that case, no, I wouldn't have declared a spell. So, I mean, I didn't declare a spell when I didn't know about those guys.
So Dalton's going forward. I'm gonna keep firing at this shrieker because let's get rid of it so nothing else comes. I suppose.
Agreed. Monacan will also.
Yikes!
All right, Monacan hits for 2.
I hit for 3.
All right, you have slain the last shrieker, and it falls silent.
Okay.
Any other?
Take your movement in, I guess. Oh, you moved in, hey?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other actions this turn? No.
I am going to stab. I moved, so now I can stab. Ripley is probably still coiled up in a very unhappy pile next to Magnus. Dalton probably hits, does pretty poor damage though.
Yeah. 18 does hit, and let's see here. You did 3 damage. Okay.
Yes.
And all right. And also, you have next round. You'll have Rolo back, by the way.
Okay.
Cool.
And let's see, D6 Flanagan. And any
Dang it.
spells?
Yes, sleep.
Sleep. Very well. 4. Okay, they're able to act first. They're going to move and attack, and they just swarm Dalton because he's right there. Just these giant things, and they're probably the size of like twice the size of a dog. Like they're these big things that scurry across the floor. And let's see here, 19, 9, and 8. Let's look at an 8. 8 plus 3.
My AC is 15.
12. Okay,
It's
so
the blue number on my little miniature is my AC.
so you get hit once. Make a saving throw.
Oh,
Make
boy.
a Constitution
Uh-oh.
saving throw. I know it's supposed to just be saving throw, and then if you have a
Either
poison
way,
bonus, but
I rolled 7 below. So
oh dear.
no, I'm not making that one. What horrible thing? What horrible fate awaits me?
Indeed. You feel an electric shock as this as it bites into you, and then something comes out. It's like its little antennae are just shaking in your face, and it's attached to your body, and you feel something coursing into you, and it just creates this like electrical shock.
Oh, 1 second.
And you take 12 damage,
Oh,
and that was the first one. Wait, actually, I think I rolled all of them. Yeah, that. So
Yeah,
yeah, you
only
rolled
one
all.
hit.
Only one of them hit. Good God.
Yeah. All right. Okay. It's your all's turn. Movement. Well, actually, yeah, movement, melee, and magic.
I'll get in there.
No other movement.
Dan might when he gets back.
Yep, sorry. My
No,
wife
it's
was
okay.
I am back, and yes, I am charging forward this round to attack. 1, 2, 3. These are 5-foot squares?
It is 35 feet to the nearest one. for you.
Okay, so then I will be only to 30 feet is what I can go right now, right? Let me see. I can go only 2 squares unless I drop my dagger. Believe it or not, that's all I got to do. But anyway, 2 squares.
You could drop your dagger if you wanted to do that.
I thought they were 5. I thought they were 5-foot squares. Because like, maybe we can get it wrong. Look at the door.
I know this distance is. I can look, but I think the distance is measured.
See how wide this hallway is then, and the doors. The doors themselves are pretty wide then.
Yeah. So actually, this should be. This may actually not be, but I don't want to change it. But let me double check this. These are 10 feet. This is. Let me just double check some major
so they're
things.
10-foot squares.
Well, maybe I'm wrong. Okay.
Okay.
This is wrong, and I think I can actually fix it, and it's worth fixing. It's actually half.
Yeah, you can
of
just.
this.
Yeah, you can just change. You can just change the cell width.
I'm doing that right now because it's worth fixing. It's literally just half, so it's 2.5.
I hit for 9 damage on the ant that I'm next to.
Oh, what did I
missed probably.
Oh no.
Let's see here. Did you roll yet, Dalton? To hit?
Yes, I did 3 damage when I stabbed.
Okay, it's fixed.
Is it the second round?
Yeah.
The distance
in that
is
case,
not
I did
correct. Anyways, I just got caught back up. Alaric, you hit for 9 damage? Okay.
Yep.
What's their armor class? I hit armor class 13.
I only get 1 attack on them.
It is armor class 16.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
And you know why I only get 1 attack on them? Because it's still alive, taking 9 damage. I know I get only 1 attack on them.
Okay, and then I'm seeing Father Bloombad did 2 damage. Father Bloombad, describe how you kill this one next to you.
I smash its skull and
It makes a cracking noise as its skull concaves, and then you just hear goop like shoot out of the sides as you crush its skull.
See, Ecker.
Yeah. The rest of the body's twitching, flips up on its back.
I send 3 to sleep, assuming that they are 3 hit dice.
Okay. Magnus saves you all again. I mean, you all would survive, I think. Maybe one of you.
Possibly.
One of you would die, but
I save at least one.
You save at least one person.
That could have been real bad, honestly. 3d6 damage.
I mean, it's the least I can do since we're here to get my mushroom spores.
God, they savaged my arm.
Badly are you hurt, brother?
Tremendously. I pull away and I like shed layers of armor to like reveal the wound. It's grossly inflamed and like the blood is bubbling out in weird, unsettling ways. Chaos poison, wrenching the flesh.
Let me apply the light to you once again. And I'm going to cast Cure Serious Wounds.
Well, you can do that now? That rules.
2d6, that's right, good. D6 plus 2, so you get 7 back.
Nice. So I was at 12, now I'm at 19.
Alright. What do you do now?
Well, so it's over to you, Logan.
I collect. I collect many units. Let me look up this.
I'm gonna guard the doorway. I'll have Rolo next to me.
Alton tends to poor Ripley and soothes her shattered nerves.
I'll search the room to see if there's anything else in the detritus.
There's nothing else of value in the room.
Shrieker roots. So it says Shrieker roots. So I guess I can get 2 Shrieker roots out of this, or what?
Yeah, you can get 2 Shrieker roots out of it.
Okay, 2 Shrieker roots. This root, you described the spores that were in here as violet color.
Yeah.
One of my effects is a gallon of violet fungus. So I'm going to gather a gallon of this fungus that's in this room.
How do you gather all of the particulate from the air?
Is it only in the air?
No, that's a
I mean,
good
it-
point. You could also scrape it from the ground and surfaces.
Yeah.
If you
so
scrape, it will take you 3 rounds because you're going to have to scrape. You know,
3 turns
unless
or
you
3
have
rounds?
3 rounds. Unless you have some way that you could do it quickly, or you can come up with an idea.
I'm afraid I didn't bring a shovel.
Can you help out?
Yeah, everybody could of course help out, but if
Yeah, I mean,
somebody has
I'll
like
let people.
a broom, or if you have like a clever idea or something to collect everything, otherwise it's
I've
gonna
got a
take time.
blanket. We could wet it and just sweep it through the air.
That's actually pretty good. That takes 1 round.
I assume you mean turn.
Sorry,
I'm just
I don't
double
know-
checking.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep doing that. It makes no sense. It doesn't even make any sense. Why do I keep doing that?
I mean, it makes. Whenever you say it makes no sense, I almost feel like you're secretly joking because the distinction really makes no sense. It's just one that is made in Swords and Wizardry. So
Turn. Anyways, it just takes
Yeah.
1 turn.
okay, great.
In
Good.
D&D, it's made too, so there you go.
It is. No, yeah, it's yes, absolutely.
All right, I'll move everybody out here. There's nothing else of
Okay.
value at all in this room.
I thank you, friends. I know that was less easy than we had hoped, but I promise it will be worth it.
Well, allow me to heal you some more. Another 5 healing.
Thank you.
So looking at the map here,
I didn't know ants could come so. I've never seen ants like that before.
Actually, we have. We just never fought them.
Yeah, well, they never bit me that hard.
That's true.
You
I
did
think those
fight
ones were
them.
bigger.
It killed the newcomer, the guy that came in and tried the game out, and his character died. It was one of those things. But anyways,
Alas.
oh boy.
So another 5. Thank you. So from 19 to 24.
There's number 1 on the map is the closest one to hit, and it might lead to number 2 somehow, strangely. So I'd like to propose, unless you guys disagree, that we go straight south from here, and then head east down the stairs and back up the stairs. And then instead of going down to where the snake was, we continue west to the door that was at the end of the hall there, where number 1 is. Do you see
The
that?
circle door, you mean?
Yeah, circled with a number 1 beside it. Yeah.
Well, the circle's is the obvious thing. So yeah, that's the one you mean, right?
Yes, but everything has a circle, and there's numbers by each of them. So the
I
circle
see
with
it.
the word.
Circle 1. I see it. Let's go for it.
okay.
I'm curious what's at the end of that as well.
So to the north. Whoops, sorry.
Actually,
it's
to the
to the
south.
South,
bad.
then down, and then up
Down-
from
down
through
and
the
up.
down the what's the word for that? The
Stairs?
tunnel under the southern hallway.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll bring you to
Stairs
your
go
first
down.
decision point.
You cool with this, Heretic?
Yeah. Underpass.
Cool.
Thank you again for patching me up.
The
Yes,
first
sir.
thing you come to is a door that is
Right.
open. No, somebody closed it.
Yeah. So you want to continue west past this.
All right.
I don't know how. This is where our map is weird, because we'll see what happens here. There should be a door at the end of this hall.
Yeah, once
A
then we're in that
turn.
room with 2 exits from it. If we take the left exit, there's another door, and then we're in a room that looks like doesn't have any more exits, so maybe not. All right.
Your next decision point is you come to the end of the hall and there's a door.
Right. Flanagan will open it this time. Do we want to do a find traps here? What do you all think?
Oh, we haven't been through this door yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
I assume that there's nothing about this door which looks particularly special. Just the usual iron banded oak.
Let me see here.
It has a skull with a sign that says "Abandon you all hope." No, nothing.
Oh, well, I'll open that one.
I will say the one thing that is odd about this door is that it looks it has a fine quality appearance to it, as if going into a nice house. The rest of the doors have been rugged. They're like old soggy wood bloated wood with old rusty iron banding and bevels. This one, on the other hand, is like a what do you call it? Treated wood black door with black wood and black iron. It has almost an imperial style.
Okay. What do you think about doing a find traps here?
I think that makes a lot of sense given what we've just heard about the store.
Here's another thing, though. We know that number 5, we have a secret room that we don't know how to get into that has a trap in it.
Yeah. It might be nice to wait for that to use it to like hone in on what that.
We also have a thief that could potentially just check for traps.
Yeah.
We have 2 thieves.
Yeah. Might as well do it.
Okay.
Do you take the time to have Monacan or somebody check for traps?
Monacan will check for traps.
All right, I will do that. Let's see here.
Now, I haven't updated his abilities because I don't actually know much about the thief ability table on his character sheet. Just to let you know, he's level 6 now, so since you're rolling.
Good to know. So I don't think... let me just give it let me give just a quick glance here. Okay, he is absolutely certain that there's no traps on this door.
Which is either very good or very bad.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll trust him and open it.
All right. Let's see. It opens, and let me just bring Magnus in here just so you can. I'm going to kind of describe both sides of this room a little bit first, okay?
Okay.
So, this room is the floors have been kind of banged up like some of the others. You have detritus on floors, as you called it. But other than that, this room hints at a potentially a time when this was a very fine room. Let me make sure I get this right. So there are a couple of things about this room. The walls of the north wall of the room. Let me kind of pan so I can kind of ping it. The north wall of the room is covered in tapestry, fabric-like mosaics all over the north side of the room. They depict painted and stitched into them the various mosaics. You see your exploits here on this level. You even see drawings like depictions of yourself, like sort of stylized depictions of each of you. Moving from left to right, you can see. Let me take a look here. You see a group of adventurers tumbling down a slide. You see them encountering some kind of beast and a great bat over a pool. You see them fighting with monsters and beasts. And let's see here. I think I have this correct. You see Caden strike a helmet off of a man, a strange helmet off of a man, and then you see Caden take his holy weapon up, and you see perhaps a painful thing. You see somebody that you know come back to life. You see Where is it?
The thief girl?
Yeah.
A magic user girl. I don't remember what she was.
Right.
With a G name.
Uba.
Uba, never mind. No G at all.
No, it was Gahira, right?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Uba never came back to life.
Yeah, Gahira brought back to life,
actually.
and then she would die by bandits later, but that was somewhere else.
Alas.
You see Flanagan shrinked to the size of like this big. You see Flanagan also. His hands. You can see hints of something in the drawing on his hands, with him wielding Darkspear and a serpent towering over him. Finally, you see yourself looking into a room. The rest is cast in shadow over on this side of the room. And I'll also describe the south wall, because there's something there as well. The painting on the south wall you see a painting hung here, a big painting, and it looks like a painting of like a ballroom, like of a nice looking room, and you're looking out over it, and it's like kind of looking out over a balcony, and then there's stairs going down into a thing below. It's just like a painting of a nice room.
That whole thing on the wall, that big blue thing, is a big painting.
This the from here to here is from here to here. I'll pan over. Well,
yeah, pan please, because I just got screwed up. Thank you.
So on the south wall, from here to here is a painting, and then the rest is just decorations. There's no images.
Okay. So everybody, what do you think here? From where we are right now, we don't see any other exits. How would you like to? You want to go in this room?
Well,
where you want to go in or anything?
Rolo is going to walk into the room and you're saying these are tapestries, right? With stuff
on the
right?
north wall, from left to right, are tapestries depicting what you've done here on this level.
He's going to go very impetuously to check out these tapestries. They look valuable, and he might want to pull them down from the wall.
Okay.
I'm just thinking the type of guy he is.
Sure.
A North Raider. And I'm going to attempt to stop him from doing so by physically, grabbing his shoulder and saying, whoa, wait a second, what are you doing?
Okay.
So I don't know if I'm successful in...
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't be the only one trying to stop him.
Good.
Right.
But just so you know, this is what he is: impetuous and loot hungry.
Okay, so just out of character, what do you all want to do here? Do you want to go in? You want to scout this?
Yes,
I want to
absolutely.
poke around in there, rub my face on every dangerous surface.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Do we want to go in as a group, or go ahead, Magnus?
I want a closer look.
Wait, isn't this a fairy chest on the floor?
Are there chests on the floor? There's art of...
No. This itself is a fairy chest on the floor. There's tapestries of us. I mean, that's not normal.
No, it's not normal.
No. The tapestries. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, this is strange, right? Like it's clearly like these are tapestries that are woven of us. So that, like I guess what you're saying, Dan, is that this is not normal time and physics working, right?
Right, and it may be something to entice us to go over there to check them out, and then next thing you know, we're in some fairyland or something.
Magnus wants to look.
Okay. Do you want to go in? I mean, I'm happy stepping in I'll step in the room, but I think it might behoove us to have a couple people close to the door or outside of the room just in case.
I'm going to unwind a rope and say, hey, let's be a little paranoid. Put this around yourselves.
Sure.
Okay.
Just for kicks, I'll be outside the room and hold on to the rope and tie it around my waist. And
Okay.
whoever wants to tie the rope around them can do that.
Is there any chance this room's an illusion because it doesn't match up with your map?
I know, it's super weird. Like, I think this has got to be above or below. I'll show you what I've done. I just put it in blue because it's like way too big for the...
Okay. Well, I'm going to go in. Agnes is going to walk in with Monacan at his side.
Okay. You tie ropes to yourselves and at least
You want to tie yourself to the rope?
Yes, absolutely. Whatever safety measures you all think are prudent, but nonetheless, I'm having a look.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna move you. Oh, sorry. Okay. And I'll also pan the camera back to you in case I screwed that up. All right. Where do you go? You get your token.
Okay. Yeah. So is anyone? So it's just us then.
I'll come with if you wish.
I'm just making sure.
I will be your. I'm once again prepared to serve as damage sponge with my 24 hit points.
Okay.
Thanks to the miraculous power of Father Bloombad.
Yeah. So okay.
Okay. When you cross this corner,
I got my
Magnus,
bow out.
you can see. So the last thing you saw. So starting over
in
here.
this worldly.
Starting over here, Magnus, you could see, like, presumably the first thing that anybody did when you first encountered it. They slid down a slide and they fell down in here, and then over here they were fighting a stone bat over a pool, and then the story kind of continues chronologically. The last thing you saw from where you entered the room was over here. Which was you all peering into a room. And then the last mosaic you see now, as you turn the corner to the right, is actually, you see the far wall, the south wall, and you see the painting. But the painting is different on the mosaic. And instead of depicting stairs, it depicts a treasure chest.
Ah! I am vindicated.
Okay.
You're
I don't know what that means, by the way. I'm just,
Okay. So you're okay. Let me just double check here. Okay. Along the north wall, you said it's a mosaic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And on the south wall, it's also a mosaic, or it's painting.
The south wall has about a 20-foot wide, large, grand painting of a big ballroom with stairs going down into a ballroom.
Okay.
Maybe where the stairs are depicted on the south wall is a secret door or a treasure chest or something.
no, there's a treasure chest depicted. He said.
No, it's
Yes,
not on the
there's a
painting,
treasure-
to be clear.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
depicted on the north one. Yeah. So maybe the north one is saying on the south one, look in that area. I think we should search for secret doors on this north and south in these mosaics for sure.
Okay. Let's walk south now.
Okay.
Ross, while they're doing that, can I, I'm going to pray to the light and I'm going to attempt to disbelieve what I'm seeing.
Okay. Okay.
I'll even pour some wine into my eyes.
Okay. Yeah,
Ouch.
you do that? You pour wine into your eyes?
Yeah, I pour wine into my eyes, I hold up my holy symbol, I pray to the light, and I stare at the tapestry and the painting, and I attempt to disbelieve them.
You hear Father Bloombad muttering to himself and holding his holy symbol up against this this foul expression of things, and then you see him dump alcohol into his eyes.
Oh, I've done that.
And you can see that the painting. Well, actually, a better one is up here. This mosaic is here, but the treasure chest is not there, and instead it's stairs.
Right. Search. I mean, presumably you're describing what you're seeing. Why don't you search where the stairs are? Maybe there's something there. The top is a hint to the bottom or something.
Curious.
But it's what we do.
Question. We came this way before, and it was around here, I think, where we detected a trap through those walls. Is it not?
No,
It's
that's
back in the
further-
stairwell, in the underpass.
Okay.
If you
We're
look at
5
the
on the map.
Otherworld Adventures, you can see where the
Yeah, got it. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna stay put, and Manaka can go and do search.
So is he doing a general search of the room, or?
No, he's gonna search the area, the painting area.
especially
Okay.
the area where the stairs are. I'd like to propose, like, where
Yeah,
the stairs are depicted.
yeah.
Okay, so what does he do when he goes up there? Does he just does he take a knife? He take something to poke? Does he feel? What does he do? Just so I have an idea.
I suppose he's looking for any sort of secret. I suppose it would be
With his hands? I mean, or with his...
No, I mean with a dagger.
With a dagger? Okay.
And just gently prodding, poking, looking for seams, looking for.
I feel like we're gonna have to touch it.
So he takes a dagger and he pokes into it? Is that what he does?
I did this. I did this. I did this. I did this.
Among other things, yeah.
Well, tell me the other things. Tell me
Well, I mean, when you say pokes into it, like,
what's he do?
into
Just tell me
Yeah.
what he does.
okay, he uses the point of the dagger to gently check for seams between. You said it's a painting, but it's
Yeah,
a
whole
painting
painting.
on the wall.
Yeah.
Is it like a framed? Okay, is it a framed canvas, like just
Yes.
stuck on the
Painted
wall?
on the wall.
Yeah, canvas, a frame, 20 foot by about 10 feet, big grand painting, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, yes. He one of the things he does is stick the point of the dagger where the stairs are in the painting.
He does that, and then he pulls it back, and he looks back, and he's like, "Boss, this ain't no painting."
Did it just not go through? Did it go through paper, or did it go through nothing?
It went through nothing.
Is
So-
it actual stairs?
I bet that
So this painting is an illusion then.
And then, and to Father Bloombad's point, so you could, I assume you go and you look at it, because he puts the dagger in, and the tip of the dagger does not disappear, but instead it just simply goes into the painting. And then you can see it, and it's there, and he pulls it back, and it's just nothing is there.
Right. I'll pour a little bit of that wine that I have out, like right on the edge, and see if it like flows down the stairs.
Yeah, you take the wine, you pour it, and it just tumbles out of the bottle and flows into the room and tumbles down the stairs.
We light the top. I'll walk into the room now, and shine a torch up to see if we can light down. I mean, does the light affect the stairs?
Yeah, you hold up a light, and you look down, and you can see the shadows cast into the stairs in the painting.
And is this like an ultra realistic painting? Like,
Well,
or is it-
now that you're looking at it, because it was done in a realist style, but as you look at it, the stairs, actually the landing of the stairs actually looks different than the rest of the painting, and it does look very real. It's odd.
Okay, so let's check the area around the actual painted part of the stairs, and is that also an illusion?
like find the edge?
Yeah. Or is it just like an incredibly well painted, like paint like an Acme, circle that the Roadrunner would throw up for the coyote.
You
or
mean you
something.
take another object like a dagger or something, you try to put it
Yeah,
facing on the side?
or just
You
just
do
test
that
around
and
the
it
edges.
just goes through like it's a window, and your hand, the dagger, everything is on the other side.
Okay.
I guess I'll just feel to see where the edge of this thing is. Like if this one frame, everything is like, you get the sense that there's a bunch of very realistic paintings. This is like one of those illusions that looks like.
And at this point, Father Bloombat. Well, actually, what is Father Bloombat doing? So just to clarify with that, say.
I'm holding my hand like a half an inch away from the painting to see if I feel any heat, because we're, according to the map, we're in the lava room.
So you're also looking at the painting. I just want to make sure I get that right.
Not the so the stair isn't a painting. That's an illusion, right?
Well, I mean, but you're looking at the painting, right? You're looking at it. You're not looking somewhere else in the room, right?
I suppose, but I'm not looking at the stairs. I'm looking at the painting. I got my hand like a half an inch away from it, just seeing if I feel any heat from the lava.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, so you've put the alcohol on your eyes. When you look at the painting, you don't see a ballroom. You see a cold, dreary dungeon landing going down into the dark.
Ooh.
Okay.
Man,
Yeah, this is down to the next level.
Do you share that, Heretic? Okay. Well, I mean, does someone want to go down there? Tie a rope and go ahead.
I mean, we may have a treasure room at number 5, or else we're going down to the next level.
Let's at least maybe just let's all team up and take the plunge just to open up if it is an exit to the next level, and then we will just.
Who wants to go first?
Well, I'll go back to being first now that we're moving along, and it's not a fairy teleportation dungeon to a field of time warps with treasure chest. Yeah, well, it doesn't look that way. It's an illusion.
If you actually got a treasure chest out of it, you wouldn't be so fussy about it.
So you want to walk
nervous.
first down the stairs, Dan? You want to walk first down the stairs?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk down the stairs first.
Let's tie ropes to each other. I'd like to propose we tie ropes to each other just in case.
Okay.
And Alaric goes first, Ross.
Alaric goes first. Everybody goes, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do single file on this to give us more time to recover from horrible things.
This is so weird. Like, maybe we're on a different level. Yeah, I mean, this must be an interesting other level or something.
Okay, so you all, Alaric, you step through, and as soon as you step through, the ballroom is gone, and the landing of the stairs stays the same, but as soon as you step through, you see nothing but a dreary stone dungeon landing going down into the dark.
As soon as I step through, I say, what I'm seeing. Not too loud, but I'm telling him.
Well, let's go down.
Yeah, let's go down.
Okay, everybody else sees it.
You hear him through the illusion?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, I was just that's why I was trying to make. I'm sorry, I was trying to make sure. It seemed important to me what you were looking at because the room is so big and there's so many things going on. That you.
Okay, so this is an exit. So yeah, so we've opened up an entry to the next.
You
level.
travel downward down some stairs for some time. You're not sure.
Is
how
there
long.
heat? Is there
No,
heat?
no, it's cold. In fact, I mean, not unusually cold, but as cold as it usually is.
I wonder if the lava room's an illusion.
And
We tried that. We burned a stick and it burned.
Okay.
But
And the person
lava
I
room-
showed it to didn't know that we were burning a stick, and he described it as burnt.
But there was no heat in the lava room either, though.
So, anyways,
never in
you travel down into the dark for some time, and you come into a some sort of antechamber. And let me describe this, and then you can decide what you want to do with it.
Okay. This definitely feels like another level to explore or something, hey? Unless it's a single room with no exits, let's just leave this, but go
Or
ahead.
it's another path to a level we've been to. Who knows?
As you're coming down the stairs, you hear something slurping noises and then gagging noises. and as your torchlight hits this antechamber, you see a room with walls covered in murals. These depict a glowing white-robed figure in various scenes. In each scene, the figure seems to be healing powerful mythological creatures. Even one or two of the figures you recognize as mythological deities from various cultures. In the northeastern part of the room, there's a puddle of a bright green vile putrescence as your light hits it. It bubbles and seethes. The room has a terrible smell. Misshapen figures are on their knees, hunched over this thing, slurping up and pulling in as much of the bubbling ooze into their mouths as they can get.
Okay. So, I guess, have we technically unlocked another room and we can get the hell out of here?
Why would we?
Those are real? The hunched figures are real, or they're illustration?
Yeah, you see them. Yeah, they're not on murals. Yeah, so you have the murals across the room with the glowing white figure blessing and healing mythological creatures and demigods and such. And then in the northeastern portion of the room, there's this putrescence flowing out of the wall into a pool, and there are these people on their knees just like taking it, slurping it up, getting as much in their mouth as they can.
How many are there?
There are 4 of them.
I'm gonna cast Hold Person unless anybody objects.
Well, yeah. Let's before you do we want to be triggering this as like another level that we come back to later, or do you want to save your stuff and we want to like? Are there any exits to this room? Maybe that's a good question.
Yeah. Are there any doors out?
As you all are, so the light has kind of like illuminated this, and then one of the hunched over figures stops.
Yeah.
Kind of looks around for a second, like where's that light coming from?
Mm-hmm.
And then as far as doors, yes. So you have the stuff that's pouring out from the northeastern wall, and there are 3 doors in this room. There's one directly ahead of you to the north, and one to your right to the southeast, and one to your left on the the southwestern corner. This room is, I think you probably need me to tell you, this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70-foot long antechamber from east to west. And you're coming in the center southern point of it. And it is 30 feet south to north to south, whatever. It's a rectangular room. And in the directly across from you in the center north is a door, and then there's one in the southeast and southwest corners. And in the northeast corner is this putrescence flowing out into a pool.
Okay. So I guess before Bloombad does this whole person, I think we should just check in and do a little, like, this is clearly like another level. It's designed differently. We've gone downstairs. Do we want to invest spells in this? And also, Ross, like, you have certain rules on like what we're exploring on each session too. So my vibe is like, okay, we marked this and let's get it back and finish that at a level like we planned on it.
I'm okay with you all exploring it, but by all means, like, choose. My thing is like, I want it to be built in such a way that you can make progress and explore, and exploration is rewarded and it's worth doing. But it's not a video game. You don't like, we've got a save point here. Like, it's not Dark Souls where you can get a campfire and you can get back to it or something.
Right. What I'm concerned about is whatever we're interrupting, we probably should find out what's going on before we, walk away. It's not like we're going to come back and they're like a video game still sucking up the green slime and, whatever.
No.
They might be powered up at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. I also feel a bit blind without the map, so without being able to...
I say let's deal with this room at least and then go back up.
One of the hunched figures at this point, he's looking at shadows on the wall, but he just seems dumb, like, what's happening, like he's looking
let's
at the
do
wall.
it. We've got the element of surprise, so let's do it with, like, You can get her.
So you're going to try to hold them? Is that right?
Hold person.
Cast hold person.
Very well, you could do that. Let's see here.
It's 1d4.
Whoa, that's unexpected. What the heck? I got a mapping challenge ahead.
What mapping?
It's one. It's one.
Oh, you mean this? Yeah, you got. Oh, it's normal. It's the way it used to be.
You get a saving throw.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's just like this is the first time it's like I don't. It's something feels like it's on a different level, and the previous room doesn't fit into the last level, so I got to figure out how to do that, which is fun.
What's
so it says I target according to the same parameters as the charm person spell. I target D4 persons.
How many hit
I'll
dice?
go back. I'll go up to charm person.
Yeah. None of them pass. They're safe.
It's not about hit dice. It's about being humanoid, or human size or smaller.
They are.
Yeah, in that case, yeah, I did 2 of them.
So you hold them. They're like, and the stuff is pouring out of their maws, and you can clearly see these are creatures that have been both mutated and changed by the stuff they're devouring, and also their bodies are rotting and falling apart on them.
Yeah. And it's like bands of white light come down out of the ceiling and like wrap around them, and crackle with
they're like struggling against it, and stuff's falling out of their mouths and out of their eye holes.
Let's put these foul things out of their misery.
Yeah.
All right. How many rounds do they have? Like that?
It's a long time.
I think it is a long time.
Okay, so if you
it's,
come up,
1 hour plus 10 minutes per level.
If Alaric and somebody comes up,
wait a minute.
As long as it's like a long time, that's fine.
It's 9 turns. Actually, I'm a cleric. I was looking at the magic user, so it's 90 minutes.
So if somebody comes up behind them with a sword and just starts dispatching them,
that's not me.
Nope. Okay.
That's not me.
Who's doing it?
It is Monacan will help.
I've
with
got
that.
a long.
Yeah.
Me and Flanagan both have long weapons, which can poke them from a long way away, and that seems important here.
You find
2 of them. I only got 2.
You have to like kind of hew at them for a while, and eventually get on their neck and pry their heads off, and get them to stop moving.
Well, I only got 2 of them. There's still. You said there was 4, right?
I'm sorry. You only held 2 of them. Is that it?
Yes.
Oh.
There's still 2 that are
that is very important. Yeah.
It's a whole different story, guys.
Okay,
They're not just going to let them their heads get pried off.
Hey, hold real still for a minute. I gotta try something.
Hey, look at that squirrel.
Oof.
All right. Well, the other 2 are gonna like turn around immediately and just rush towards you all. They're eager to share their gifts with you.
Well, that I'm willing to deal with.
Okay.
Share their gifts.
I declare. Wait, are they undead?
Hold on. I need a minute here to get this set up.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're probably not, because a whole person would not have worked on them.
Yeah, whole person only works on persons, which are like humanoid type creatures.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Does hold person not work on the undead? I thought you said that.
If it's the same
As far
parameter,
as I know,
It's
do
the
we
same
need
as
to
charm
backtrack
person.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Charm person doesn't affect undead either.
Okay. You said it's the same as charm person. Yes. Then. Yeah, it didn't work then. I'm sorry.
Well, that's useful to know. In that case, sleep will not work on them either.
Yeah, I'll be able to try turning them next round. Then, so.
Okay. Yeah, they turn around as you try to do that. And any other spells this turn? Top of the round. Turn undead, of course.
I'm gonna turn.
Nothing else. Very well. Roll a
Nothing
d6,
else.
Flanagan.
Go ahead, Flanagan!
My lucky rolls. I'm so good at this. Got 2.
Oh boy. All right, they rush forward to your lines to share their delicious food with you. And
I'm still here. I just need to do something.
Delicious gifts. No, is it gifs or gifts? No, sorry.
Delicious gifs.
Yes, I was trying to start a holy war.
Holy wars.
okay, I think I All right. From left to right. Does a 16 hit Alaric?
Yes, it does. Actually, I'm gonna look, but yes, it does.
And does a 20, of course, hits Flanagan, and that's it.
Yep.
16 is exactly my AC. Thank you.
Okay. They strike you with claws with these diseased, slime-covered hands. You each take 5 points of damage, and you must
Each
make
take 5.
a saving throw. For Constitution.
Okay.
My gosh.
You have a bonus against disease or your Constitution. You can add it to the saving throw.
Okay, let's see. Do I
What if,
have?
what if you have a hit point penalty to your Constitution?
Then you'll subtract. Well, no, I'm not gonna. I'm just adding bonuses. Yeah.
I have a +2 on what I roll here.
I
Because
failed my.
I missed by 1.
All right.
Did I?
Everything seems well. Let's see.
Unless my saving throw changed at this level, which I don't think it did. Check it out. We're. I am
Fifth
now-
level was 10.
Yeah. Oh, if it's 10 at 5th level, then I just made it. Let me see. I haven't updated it then. If it's
Right.
10, I made it. Hang on, let me tell you.
Jay, did you make it?
There's no. Did you say there's a +2 to the save?
No, I have plus because of my
Actually,
Constitution.
there is a +2 to the save. Yes.
Oh,
Really?
oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay, then I
you
made
guys
it.
made
No,
it. Okay.
I don't have to
Made
look
it.
up.
All right.
made it.
All right. You can do your melee combat. If anybody's attacking.
woo.
And Father
All
Boombat
right, here we go.
Well, did we get a missile phase?
Yeah.
No, they won initiative and rushed us, I think.
Well, but
I missed.
yeah, but I mean, missiles happens. But well, anyway, yeah,
Sure.
they're in melee, right? So it would still because they
So-
got there before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, all right. So yeah. So in that case, no. I mean, Monacan will join in the fray with a bastard sword.
Your target is armor class 15. So I see 6 here. You
Monacan is
kill-
getting around behind one of them, or? Oh, sorry.
So I actually made my saving throw with 1 to spare.
All right. Anybody else?
I'm
Yeah,
attacking.
Monacan can move around. Yeah.
And so is Rolo. I hit for 5 damage on the one in front of me.
All right. You slay that one.
And hang on a second. I'm trying to get the map again. Okay, and where is Rolo? Yes, Rolo is able to move, but he would have moved next to the. Sorry, I forgot to move him. He would have moved next to Dalton, and Dalton's is dead, so he doesn't do anything. And I also can't apparently move Rolo.
All right. What
Just so
about
you
the
know.
turn undead?
Let's go. 2d10.
And are these more than one hit? I say so, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm level 6, so I 1 and 2 hit die I destroy, 3 and 4 I turn automatically.
They pop like
And
Woohoo!
sacks of green fluid, just
Putrescent.
pimples, just and they spread this
It's
green
only 10
goo everywhere.
only like dice worth, right? You get them all?
They're 2 hit dice, so
I start wiping these things off me.
God, horrible creatures.
I thought they were
Let's
like
get outta
some
here.
type of mutated
Filthy
white or
yuckies.
something.
No.
Search the
No,
room
whatever.
quickly. Let's get out of here.
Let's drink
Yeah.
some of this green stuff and see what it's all about.
No, thank you.
You're fun.
I will collect some of it though, and
With caution.
To
Stuff.
yeah,
In 80 movies.
We're not going to have time
Magnus,
to get
do
anywhere
you
this far.
Magnus, do you have a vial or a glass bottle or something like that? What are you going to collect it in?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna pour out my ink,
Okay, you could do that.
and I will collect it in there. That's what I got. I guess I could do an oil flask too, but
You could do that. Yeah, either one. Okay.
okay. Let's do the oil flask though. Ink is expensive.
All right. You have the puddle of vile putrescence. It's bubbling and seething. The smell is almost making you all throw up. These things have just burst, and you just see chunks of bits of things where there are chests and different parts have blown up, and they're just laying around in front of you. This putrescence has also covered parts of the floor around you. And then lastly, in this 70-foot by 30-foot antechamber, the southeast, southwest corners have doors, and the center north wall has a door. There's nothing else of interest in this room.
Do these things have brains?
They look like they did have brains, but what has become of their brain is some kind of thing similar to the goo in the pool.
Does this putrescence flow outwards anywhere else, or just comes from the northeast?
It comes from the northeast only.
And just stop? Okay.
It's pooling into a pool in the floor.
So there's doors ahead, to the right, and to the left, right?
Bottom right, bottom left, and center north.
We're not going to have time to go very far anywhere else, but we could check out another room in case we see something interesting.
Let's go back up and check out that one place because
my call is to go to 5. Yeah, we got 15 minutes. Let's go back up.
Treasure there.
Yeah, let's do that. I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah. This seems to me this seems like it could be what we had level 3 where the teleporters were, because there's a room there with goo zombies in it. I don't remember what that was, but I think we might link up with that teleporting, some stuff we did down there. If we go this way next time.
Now with number 5, we searched the stairwell for secret doors. A bunch of us did, and we didn't find it, so it has to be up in the upper level.
Yeah, we've got to circle all the way back around. Like Ross, I don't know how I can describe this to you, but it's way back where the where we first went into the lava area.
Well, what I'll start with, knowing that, is because I'm hearing you say you're going to circle around, so I'll get you to your first decision point, and you can kind of go from there. And we'll move.
Sure, I'll try to do as quickly as possible. Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm just getting everybody together first. And putting Ripley kind of in the crowd, and then here we go.
Okay.
So the first place would be where you actually enter this level.
Yeah. So we go north all the way to the very top here, and where it heads east.
Okay. And at that point, let's see here.
Yeah, and we go as far east as possible.
Okay.
It's time to roll.
It jogs north.
I thought you said as far east as possible.
Sorry, west. You're right. Yeah, through this room, continue west. Through the statue room that we're in right now.
A weird thing on the wall here. I'm trying to. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. Statue on the wall. I'm actually.
I think I made that come to life. I remember that.
Okay.
We're just continuing west from this room that
Gotcha.
that I see we're in right now.
All right, that goes to this intersection.
Yeah, down there, and then we head east now, east and south.
It's kind of really. Oh, you're going to east and south? Oh, I thought you were going to go to number 4. Got it. You're going somewhere else.
5. We're going to 5.
Got it. We didn't find anything in 5. That's just a trap feel, right?
Trap in the walls.
There's a trap there, but it's a blank space in the wall, so there's probably a secret door.
So now we're continuing as far east as possible here, and we're stopping in this corner. So keep going east here, right there. So we suspect this is where we want to find traps, because we suspect there's a space in the wall here to the southwest, like a 20 by 40 space that there might be a room in. So we want to search the walls to the southern wall here and the western wall and cast find traps. I guess find traps first. Hey, Bloombad?
And we want to cast find traps after we find the secret door.
Okay.
Because if we because there's 1, 2, 3 sides of this wall we can search, which means that could take up to 30 minutes to find the secret door, and then I want to cast find traps last once we find the secret door.
Gotcha. So let me make sure I understand. You're searching both sides of this corner. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You
potentially you have to get in that room also.
It could also be in the room, yeah.
The as you look around this corner, this wall is uniform, and you don't find anything.
Okay, how about we go in the room to the west?
To be clear, whenever I present something, like that, you can always say, well, we're going to search this whole area, and then you start doing your D6 checks, if you want.
Well, we haven't searched it yet. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, let's search the whole area.
Yeah.
And in that case, I don't describe anything. I just, if you find it, you find it. Okay. If that's the case, is everybody searching the walls? Searching the area?
Dog.
Yeah, unless you need me to guard anything, I'm searching the walls then too.
Very well. You can also roll for your henchman, except for the dog, of course.
Okay.
Puppy.
So are we looking for a 1?
Yep. Looks like you got a 1.
I got a 1.
So you find. Let me make sure I have this correct. You find. You find a bit of that purple fungus in a crack, kind of wafting into the room on a crack on the north wall right here.
On the north wall. Okay. Well, that's maybe it's time to either we go into that room that is east and then south and search the wall in there, or we find traps to try to isolate what's going on here.
We know the trap is in there somewhere. I mean, I say we search. I say we do all our searching first before we cast find traps. Because if we can't get into the room, why cast find traps?
Okay. Yeah. So can we let's head into the west? Go west here into this room that's just south of where Flanagan is.
Okay.
And it was an empty room, and search the eastern wall.
What was? Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay. You search the eastern wall. You find along the wall. There is a strange refraction of your light when you search along the southeastern portion of the wall. The light reflects from your torch in a strange way, as if there's some kind of corner there, but there is no corner.
Okay. Maybe find
can I do the
now?
disbelieve?
Sure.
I put the wine in my eyes and I hold my light symbol up and I pray.
Okay. You pour wine into your eyes again. I'm going to say that would affect you if you're trying to see something right now, but you're trying to not see. You're trying to disbelieve. There's a line here where your torchlight is not showing a crack. It's almost as if it's turning back the light.
I'm gonna just feel it with my hands. Try to
now you find the crack, you can actually slide it. You think if you did that.
Right, let me cast find traps now.
Yeah.
In case it's on the door.
Okay.
I cast find traps.
You cast find traps, and you sense something here. There's something there. In that room beyond. Something. I think maybe I'm kind of combining a bit of Father Bloombad in general with this prayer that you do. You sense something profoundly evil there. And there's a malevolence, something that wants to hurt you.
All right, everybody gird their loins because it's about to get real in here.
All right, let's go. I mean, I'll try to slide this thing open.
Okay, I would like to cast shield before we do this.
All right, and then Alaric, you slide the door open.
I ain't sliding no door.
I'm sorry, Flanagan.
That was somebody else who slid the door.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
And
I'm only saying that because somebody else did. If they asked me, I would have done it.
Yeah.
And inside of this room, it's a long room, almost like a hall. At the end is an altar, and there are black candles casting a black light of darkness. Instead of casting a light, it casts a nothingness.
Emo kids hang out here.
and that's all you see.
Yeah, there's something in here, right? I mean, who wants to go towards that thing? I'm low on hit points. I mean, I got 15 out of 24, so.
I've got 24 out of 27.
Let me heal you.
I can take point.
Yeah, drop a heal on him.
Yeah, if you want to heal me.
Relay wounds. I didn't realize you were that far down here. 6.
Cool, thanks.
Save something.
Roll.
That's better. I'll go forward too. I'll go alongside Dalton and head towards with Dark Spear out and just head towards the altar.
So you all, you move toward the altar and nothing happens. You just, actually I should say one thing does happen. When you came into the room, it was clear to you that these candles, there was this altar and there are 2 candles and they're black. They ignite when you came into the room. But instead of having a light, they have like a darkness that flickers. It's an absolute inverse of what a candle does.
Okay. I'm not going near the candles or the altar. I'm still back in the I'm just saying.
Yeah, totally. I'll move you back.
I'm not interested in this. It was, as far as I heard, it was only Flanagan and Dalton who were stepping forward. Flanagan volunteered Dalton.
Magnus, can you do? Actually, I didn't do that. Magnus, can you do detect magic?
No, not right now.
Can we see the candles now, or did we see them before they erupted with darkness?
It happened as soon as you walked into the room.
So
can we see them now or not?
You can see them.
Does Dalton's spear counteract the darkness at all?
I mean, it's hard to describe this, but think about the diffuse quality of light and how you can alter that. And just imagine literally the inverse. So you can sense
shadows.
I mean, if that was the case, I would think we wouldn't be able to see them unless what they're doing is something like a black light.
Well, it might just be the
that's
tip.
What I'm
look at the candle.
Maybe like you said, Flanagan. It might be coming out.
Yeah, I'm not trying to suggest that there's a area of darkness. I'm saying you've got a black candle with an area that's doing the opposite of what a candle should do.
Right.
But it's acting like it. It's flickering, it's moving, all that crap.
Okay.
Wild. All right, Flanagan just walks forward and he just says, I don't know I'm ready for whatever happens. And walks forward with his spear and gingerly, with Dark Spear out, steps up to the altar. And he's going to, if it's possible, he's going to take a spear and try and knock over one of the candles.
Sensible.
Make
sensible-ish.
Make a saving throw.
Wow.
Yeah, here we go.
Magnus' heart is in his throat. I'm holding my breath.
I fail.
You fail?
Unless there's a +2. Unless there's a dex, it's related to dex or something like that.
You'll get no bonus for this, actually.
Okay, I fail.
Flanagan slumps to the ground at 0 hit points.
Oh no!
No!
Oh my god.
Okay.
I scamper forth and retrieve him.
All right. The candle has gone out, but it's sitting next to the altar, the black candle.
I'm not touching that.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Zero's not dead, right?
Nope, it's not dead.
It's not dead.
You're unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
He's not considered bleeding out or anything like that, right?
No, he's just unconscious at 0 hit points.
Okay.
You might want to lay on hand. Oh, you don't have. You're not a paladin.
If you have any healing left, now's the time.
I have a healing potion, but I don't think I can give that to an unconscious person. Plus, he's not dead, right?
No.
He's not dead. No.
Are there any bones in this room?
There are no bones.
Let me just say, any hit he takes will kill him. But
so now there's a decision to make. I just want to offer no pressure, and if anybody needs to go, that's what we're going with, because we're at time here, 1 minute, and we're going to come to the end of the session. However, I do know, I think, according to your map, without looking at it, I could be wrong, I think there's literally one area left that you haven't looked at. So I want to offer, if you all want to keep playing, I don't usually do this, because I think there's one place that you haven't looked at. I could be wrong.
I think.
2. There's 3. There's 3 and 4.
Yeah.
My vote is not to rush it, honestly, and we can always go to the next level after this. Because I feel like we're gonna.
We don't have to technically finish a level. Like it's not like a video game.
That's absolutely true too. I agree.
Yeah, but there's going to be something shiny for us, I imagine. That's
You know what? It could be in the other level too, and we're because we're not going there.
But we know where we haven't gone here.
I think there's one other thing I'll give you, and again, if anybody needs to go, that's what we're going to go with. But I think there is a yes. When did you cast Find Traps? Because I think I messed something up.
Hold on, that was I just cast it.
Yeah, right before we came in the room.
Right before you came in the room, right? Okay, so let me pan because I missed something
3
up.
seconds ago.
So you detected, when you cast that, you detected some sort of malevolence here, okay? You also detected a trap, a cylinder-sized trap here.
Oh, I don't see your ping. Can you do that again?
It's so weird. This is where, okay.
Southwest, beyond the southwest corner of the room.
Well, I gotta shrink my map. I cannot see your ping.
And
I mean,
yeah.
Maybe we need to
I apologize. Oh, is it right here?
Down here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also,
And
there's probably
the
another
blue
secret
line?
door.
No.
Do you want to
might
search
have to
for
come back.
doors down here, or maybe I'll just mark it that there's a trap there? Hey,
So here is the cylinder size thing.
so weird because
I'll ping it again. This is me pinging in blue, and it's right there.
I can't see your blue ping, dude.
Okay, I'll draw a line to where it is because you maybe don't see it in the black.
I saw it.
I see it now.
That's me doing my weird salmon color.
You know what? I think last time we cast Find Traps, it was cylinder size. Like, I wonder if that's the one actually. But
yeah,
I'll mark
it
it on the
seems
map.
off.
Yeah.
Some type of distortion on our map.
Now, so you guys can check that out. I think that's the last place in this whole, and that's absolutely true. You don't have to try to clear a level. Yeah, I absolutely agree. And if anybody needs to go, we're gonna go right now. Like,
I don't need to go.
No, we can keep going.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't need to go. I'm just saying we don't.
Okay, so
I'll describe to the thieves what the cylinder-sized trap looks like and the area that it encompasses, and that may help them find traps. For all I don't know.
You guys go search for secret doors in the south wall then, or something?
Okay.
Okay. So
west wall.
South and west.
Shall we
West?
do we have any means to bring?
I have a healing potion. Can I administer it to an unconscious individual?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say you can use.
Is that D6 plus 1 also?
Yeah.
I'm not convinced we search this.
I thought a healing potion was D8, but I could be mistaken.
I'll look it up. Actually, I
definitely don't feel like we search this whole level.
Where do you want to have Menachem search? I'll have Rollo search the other place.
Yeah.
West and south walls.
Which one do you want? Menachem.
I'll take the south.
Okay, so Rollo will roll with his lower level on the west wall.
And I'll search the west wall too then. Like,
I'm sorry, I'm missing some of this stuff. I apologize, but I just wanted to. Let's not worry. I'm just going to rule D8 plus 1 because I don't know. I think AD&D
gets,
has that.
3 points back.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Okay, and now I missed that. Who's searching where in this room?
Let's double up, 3 on each wall.
So you're.
Yeah, there's no special. The thief doesn't get anything special searching the wall for a secret door. It'll be when he has to actually address it.
All right, then 3 and 3.
Okay. All right.
I got a 1 again. Woo!
All right, Flanagan. They pour a potion down your throat, and you come to, and they drag you out, and they're like, "We have a trap over here, and possibly some treasure," and they like drag you without, you feel terrible. You feel like, and you can see when you all see Flanagan, you can see dark circles in his eyes and around his veins and stuff. You drag him back, Flanagan. You get along this wall here. Where is it?
I don't think he's going to actually tell us what he finds. If I was him.
Yeah.
Oh, I see nothing.
There's a weak place in the wall, like what you've seen before in another area, and there are cracks. It looks like you could just peel it away.
I just start doing it without even saying anything to people.
Okay, you do that, and you produce a hole about at chest level. that you think, and there's this acrid, nasty smell that pours out. It's like the whole room was filled with dust in the air.
Oh.
And there is a room on the other side.
I collect this dust, some of it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, what do you do now?
Well, let's shine a light in and see what it looks like in there.
Okay, yeah, you take, let's see, somebody's light, and you put it over in there.
God.
And you can see inside of here are 3 sarcophagi and a bunch of stone that's fallen from the walls and ceiling. And otherwise, the room is barren except for 2 tables.
And where's the trap?
Actually, I'm sorry, not tables. 2 wooden coffins that look like they've rotted away. And you can actually see, as you hold up the light, you can see skeletons on the inside of these wooden coffins. They have black shrouding covering their skeletal faces, and spider webs and things that crawl in and out of their holes, their face.
So where's the trap at?
Yeah, you sense that. It is right here, and you see a cylinder-looking trap.
Let's go to work on it.
Yeah, I'm going to explain real fast to the thieves. I'm going to describe like the location of the cylinder trap and everything I can see about it, so that it will help them perhaps. Then I get my holy symbol out.
Okay, let me.
Wow, that was some pretty good discoveries there at the end of this.
All right, I'm just gonna put everybody in here just for practical purposes, but you can let me know later if you did.
I'm willing to go in if it doesn't have any.
I'm way in the back.
All right, so it goes
I'm
from
actually
35
outside the
to
door. That's okay.
Dalton is prioritizing the protection of our dude, Flanagan, who has taken some serious hits.
Wait,
Now-
so who's going to be in the room then? Only me or?
No, I'm there. I'm
I'm
just like,
in the room.
just in
I
the
got a
end.
holy symbol out. I'm ready
yeah.
to turn undead.
So
I'm in
first
the room,
thing is Flanagan. What is the group doing? Like, what are y'all doing?
Okay. Let's sort this out. So, why don't we search? Do you guys all agree? Why don't we search the other 4 quickly without the traps? Well, I guess would it be Monacan who wants to try to go for this? To deal with the trap on the bottom one, the southeast.
I'm of the opinion that the one that's trapped is the one that has the treasure.
Yeah, but we might as well quickly look at the other ones. No, unless you think there's monsters in them or something.
I mean, there could be. I mean, I say we grab the treasure and then we can always just split and come back, right?
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's go. If you're okay with it, Chris, that Monacan looks at that.
Yeah, I have now adjusted my character sheet appropriately, Monacan's character sheet with the proper percentages.
Cool.
For that, Ross.
Okay.
Unless I
So-
fully described it to him, so maybe he gets a bonus. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but Monacan listens. Monacan listens very closely as he looks to see what the job entails.
Okay. So my understanding is Monacan is going to try to disable this trap. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And then meanwhile, what's everybody else doing? What's the group doing?
I think we're
I'm
waiting.
going to stay.
The group is going
at
to
the-
wait. Hold on, Flanagan. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We're not going to touch any of the other. Anybody can prepare however they want, but we don't want to touch any of the other coffins until this is done.
So you're going to wait. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No
Well,
problem.
I'm prepared to
I'm
turn.
but
I'm
speaking
prepared
for
to turn.
myself, I will be waiting at the exit edge because I don't know what's going to be, if it's a trap.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm not going to try to get you. Like, you can tell me that. Like, hey, I'm over here, whatever. Yeah. I
Yeah,
got
I'm
you.
waiting.
I'd like to
All right,
be
here we
in
go.
the secret door.
Yeah, do it.
Flanagan on the
ready to
outside.
run in,
so
'cause I'm a melee guy.
Monacan is like using his tools, and he finds it, and he's actually able to extract it. You see this old cylinder, and you actually have like a poisoned needle inside of it. He detaches it from the mechanism, sets it down.
Give to Daddy.
You now have a poisoned needle. I suppose you could use it as a dart with poison.
Ooh, nice.
So anyways, as soon as he does that, You can see also that each of these sarcophagi have a stone latch, which he's had to like lift the latch and then get underneath it. And as he does that, he gets the thing down. Magnus gets it. The latch opens. All of a sudden, the top comes off, and you hear this. As something comes out of it, and Monacan is there, and I'm going to give Monacan. He's going to be surprised.
Yeah.
Is there a sound effect?
I'm hearing, there's a groaning, roaring type of thing.
I missed this.
He is going to, let's see, there's a, oh gosh, okay. There's a, something else, but there's a 14 hit.
Yes.
Okay, he takes 4 damage, and then something else comes up out of the other 2.
Ooh. Oh boy.
As things inside the room begin to awaken. Ooh. One of them looks very strange, and the skeleton does not match the shape of a normal human. It's elongated, as if stretched. Sort of looms like 8 feet, and just kind of like bent over and looming, like a skeletal Slender Man kind of thing going on.
Oh no!
You're undead.
Now that's it.
I'm ready.
So Monacan takes 4 points of damage. No one else is surprised. Any spells? Turn undead. Got you.
Turn undead.
All right, and then D6.
We're gonna do web.
Okay.
Web.
Gotcha.
Can we go first?
Yeah, y'all can go first, so you can fire missiles and move.
Can Flanagan fire missiles? Is it possible?
Yeah, if you have something to fire missiles with, yeah.
I'll fire with the nearest one, I guess.
Yeah, Monacan needs help.
Okay.
I'm helping by avoiding that really big thing to start attacking you.
Armor class
Yes.
11 is the target if you're shooting one of the smaller skeletons.
Okay, I hit twice. I do 8 damage. Or
Right.
6 damage.
The one with
6
Monacan?
damage. Yeah.
Okay, you shatter it. It falls to the ground.
Nice.
All right, anybody else? No other missile attacks? Okay. Let's see.
Monacan was in melee. I don't know if he,
Yeah, but that was the first. Actually, that's a good point. But
he was in melee, so I would.
Yes, but he did hit, so it's fine. So that he didn't miss, so it's fine.
I was moving to support Monacan. The skeleton.
No. I guess what I mean is.
Nuked. Can I move to support Alaric instead?
Monacan can move, if that was your question. Dalton, you can move somewhere else if you want, if that's your question.
Okay, thank you. I'll move to support Alaric.
Okay. All right. Let's see. The skeleton moves, and they're not doing any missiles, any melee attacks. You can do that now.
It's stab time.
Do it.
No, one sec. Sorry, I accidentally closed that window.
Right.
That open. There we go. Roll to hit. Golden spear.
Nah.
There we are.
He's the winner.
That should take out the skeleton.
Is that +2 as well?
That is a +2 weapon, yeah.
No, meaning you have that in there. Good.
Yes,
skeleton,
that integrates.
Shatters, and it's powdery, bony fragments just fly across the room and just shatter it. Okay, and turn the undead.
Yeah, I hold up my holy symbol and I mutter light.
Thank goodness for abilities.
12! I rolled a 12. Holy cow.
12.
Alright, so I have, like I said before, destroy 1 and 2 hit die. I turn 3 and 4 automatically, and then 5 is a 4. And 6 is a 7.
6 is a... I'm sorry, what do you mean 6 is a 7?
I don't know what
6
that
hit
means.
die is a 7. Turn.
You need a 7?
So you rolled
you
a
turn
12.
7 of them.
7 hit die... No, it is a 10. It's the number I need to turn them. So, like, a 5 hit die monster, I need a 4 to turn them. A 6 hit die monster, I need a 7. And
You
a
rolled a
7
12,
hit die
right?
monster, I need a 10. I rolled
So
11.
he got up to 7 hit
11.
die.
Okay.
Got it. Up
12.
to
All right.
Yeah, I did roll 12.
It flees, and Alaric and Dalton, you can do attacks against it as it flees into the corner.
If
Whiff.
All right, that sucks. All right, now
Okay, well, web goes off.
yes, and you can also use web, and it's stuck. And I believe it just hangs there. Unusually long arms that don't even look practical hanging from the web.
It
would
could
do
be
this, right?
struggling.
Yeah.
It can be struggling, but it would take turns upon turns for it, I think,
Right.
depending on how strong it
Well,
is.
I mean, isn't there a hit die thing where they can break through if they're a certain hit die in a certain number of rounds or something?
Good
It takes
question.
time, right? But yeah, tell me. Let me know.
I'll quickly check. Web is
Yeah, so it's no
creatures larger than a horse can break through in 2 turns.
in 2 turns, which is 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's so yeah, torch plus sword makes it easier.
So this thing is just hanging there. You're able to come over and take its head off, Alaric.
Ooh.
All right.
The lids of the sarcophagi lay open. You see that these ancient mutated peoples have been buried with their treasures. One of the skeletons, a gleaming, jeweled necklace, lays on the ground. You think worth 250 gold pieces. This giant, weird, elongated black skeleton has bracelets that dangled from its wrists, worth you think 200 gold pieces, and a big ruby necklace worth probably 2,500 gold pieces. And inside of the one that was trapped, you find a golden scepter with a skull on its tip, worth 1,250 gold pieces.
Nice.
Cool.
And with that, you have, I'm pretty sure, cleared this place. I don't think there's any
We would search for secret compartments just in case.
Yeah.
Let me make sure. Yeah, you don't find anything. Let me make sure there's just one thing. Yeah, I don't think there's anything left here worth considering. So you return safely again to the
Cool.
to the Bristleback.
Well, wait a minute, Ross. Real quick, I have a speak with dead spell. I go up to the elongated skeleton. Use I've never got a chance to use the spell yet, so I was.
Is that okay with everybody if we do that real
Yeah,
quick?
Absolutely,
cool. I wanna hear.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Let me see
gnarly.
how many questions I get.
All right. Who do you speak to? And I guess I need to look
The
at it so I
elongated
can-
skeleton.
This is the kind of thing where I need to be a little speak with. Is it going to
Just
do
read
it
the caster can ask 3 questions of a corpse and it will answer, although the answers may be cryptic. Only higher level clerics have enough spiritual power to command answers of long dead corpses. Clerics lower than 8th level, which is me, can gain answers only from bodies that have been dead 1d4 days.
I
So
think this
can't
guy's been,
cancel.
this guy's been dead a long time.
Alright, never mind.
Level 15 plus.
Sorry, I
Yes,
didn't.
well, it's
realize
something
that
cool to
small
look
arms.
forward to, I think.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Come back here in like 5 levels,
Yeah.
just to see
Yeah.
what that guy's all about.
Let's shut that secret door behind us so we can find out some
Yeah,
secrets.
We
absolutely.
did well there, everyone. Like, that was some pretty good map deduction
Yeah.
that came there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's always wild to actually see that in practice.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right. And that,
Now,
sorry,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry. I just have to know. What about that golden scepter? It's just golden scepter. It's not. I'll cast detect magic.
Sure.
Next
Yeah,
day or anything.
it's creepy, but it is just a golden scepter with a skull
Okay.
at the tip of it.
Okay.
Alright.
And
Nice.
that,
Gives me a weird
you
vibe.
make it back to Caden's Rest with your treasures and having completely explored the first 2 levels of Rappan Athuk anyway. And that ends the adventure for the night.